Yes, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man, and you see some pictures of Tokyo. That's in Ohashi in Tokyo. That, of course, is the Shibuya crossing. Those are my shoes. I shouldn't be wearing them inside the house. There's a little picture, a kitchen of a unit in owner. Anyway, I was just in Tokyo, and this is my Instagram, which is the Tokyo Real Estate Man, which is the same name as this channel, but it's also known as Shibuya Republic, which was a little brand I had, a little mini brand I had in Tokyo for many years. If you go there, you'll see some of the various things I had over the years. If you come, the subject of the hand, or the subject at hand in this video today is the Shibuya real estate market. And you see here, these are at present, according to At Homes, the for sale listings right now in Tokyo or in the Shibuya area. This is Shibuya Station right here. And this is a 42 meter, must be a newer building, unit for Kyusen 480 man. So yeah, this can be pretty expensive, but here's a $5 million apartment right here. That's 97 meter. It's at Daikanyama Station, $5 million. So definitely this Shibuya market right now is getting really, really stretched. Here is a $7.5 million Daikanyama 139 meter apartment right there. That's just, this market is running away in some ways, but it also has a couple of really cool opportunities. Now, I made a Japanese video about this one listing here, and as you know right now in this, or you don't know, I wouldn't know, that there's a lot of redevelopment happening here in this Shibuya Station area. But here along this sort of corridor is one. It's not a big apartment. It's a 16 meter apartment, and it looks to be like a 1980s building for 1,520 man. So that's going to be what, about 100,000 US dollars right now. And a lot of the people that you're looking at real estate in Japan, you're constantly looking at stuff that's available in the small towns and the Akiyas and that, and some of the stuff in the suburban areas. We've got, I've had clients, I recently sold a house to a client in Chiba, one in the Kyoto area. But why not come in here into Shibuya? And I know this is a small apartment, but this offers a lot, and I'm going to develop it as we go through this video. First of all, what you see is that I often talk about the lottery ticket of redevelopment in Tokyo, which happens along these sort of mainstream corridors. This is known as 246, or Japanese Nihon Roku, okay? And another caveat to this, when I made the Japanese video, I had run into a Japanese young man who works in the bar business, which is known as Mizuchobai, and he lives here in Ohashi Nichome, and he has is renting an apartment for I think 70 or 80,000 yen a month, a very small one, just like this, maybe 16-20 meters, a very, very small one. And then his rent was 75,000 yen a month. And I had sort of, I didn't develop this point with him, but in the video I developed that point. If you're working in the nightlife business in Shibuya, as opposed to renting these sort of like crappy units, why can't you buy a place like this that's 16 meters for $150,000? That's the kind of point that I made in the Japanese video. But the point that I would make to you here for investors in Japan, if you're going to come to Tokyo and you like Tokyo, why not get like a unit like this? I know it's small, but then the months that you're not there in Tokyo, for sure you're going to be able to rent this, because this is a top neighborhood. So then your investment becomes a cash flow one. You get to use it. It's a cash flow investment, and then within the next 20 or 30 years of your life, you're going to hit the lottery ticket eventually. Okay, anyway, let's move over here and have a look at the apartment. I need to just keep remembering to switch these tabs so they're actually visible for you. Now I'll come to here. This is the layout. Okay, this is exactly what a 16 meter layout is in a concrete building. It's not much. Even here, it's like it's done at like a diagonal. You wish it would have come to here, so you would have this one more triangle of space. But you do have a balcony, and it's in a what looks to be like a 1980s concrete building. I better click this higher So you can see, and it's a tile building. Oh, I love my tiles. You know, I love my Tokyo tile building. So that's a nice thing too. Like I don't think you're going to have a problem at all renting this unit at all. So and this is it. Does not look all that terrible to me. This looks like a pretty nice unit. Okay, and for 100,000 US dollars, you can own a apartment in Shibuya in a concrete building. And if you don't want to share it and you just want to have it, then you can lock the doors, you can turn the water off, you can turn your power off, and you're all just fine. We'll click through the pictures. Unit bath. It looks like an older unit bath. You could put a washlet on there. I recently installed a washlet in my Nakameguro unit that didn't have any electricity with it. It solely goes off water pressure. And granted, I guess it's not a heated water source for your backside there when you wash it off, but it's a really easy job to do. And in another recent job that I did, I actually took this false wall off the unit bath right there because it does get a little bit of mold that develops up back there over time. So I try to always access and you'll see that behind there is likely plastic anyway. Anyway, this is I'm developing this part of it too far, but it's not a terrible unit bath. There's just a small kitchen. It's just a small kitchen, but it comes with a little fridge. It comes with a little fridge, and you could rent this to some foreign person for 10 months a year or 6 months a year. Use it for 4 months a year, and after let's say you used it for 2 months a year, and then you had it rented for let's say 80 or 90,000 yen, and then at the end of the year, after all your management expenses and that, you'd have like 700,000 yen in your bank account, possibly to enjoy your vacation with. I think this is the way to go. I think if you want to get into Japan, I would get into this place that's a little smaller in a popular neighborhood, and then become a cash flow investor, and you could enjoy the money yourself every year, and you'd have a free vacation after your plane is paid for. And you can see there's an auto lock as well, which is a very sort of popular thing for young ladies. They feel much more secure when there's an auto lock. Auto lock is you'll probably need like a key card to enter the apartment, but looks to be well run, very clean, very well run. Tile everywhere, including down here tile. It's great. I love it. This location is A1. Okay, you'd be challenged. When I had one of these, they're known as IH. I think they're IH electric sort of thing. I had a technique when I was a young man where I would have two pots, one pot on one half of it, one pot on the other half of the burner. Yeah, and I don't know why this one is on there, but it does locate. This is the Sumitomo building, so this is in Nanpei-dai. Great location, and I don't think it's against the road. This one building is actually placed about 30 meters in back of the road, and this placement therefore is probably another 30 back. So I think there's some layers in between you and it's near this Lawson, which I was a regular customer of for years. Anyway, that's what this building is, and it looks to be. Oh, I know exactly where this building is actually. Oh yeah, I know exactly where this is. So and then this building here is actually comes before the main road would be here, and then I think this building is right there, and then this would be the next one over. So I do own my penthouses about a 2-minute or 3-minute walk from here. So this is what would be in Tokyo be an A1 location. Now I'm going to switch this part of the discussion. If you're a person who's living in the Japanese marketplace, much like that young man who's a waiter and paying 700 or 75,000 yen a month to buy this place, you put 50 mon down or $5,000, okay, and your monthly payments every month. I calculated it at this sort of rate that was given was offered by Star Bank, and that was their variable 0.9% financing. So your payments for the month would be a total of Goman Sanzen yen, or 53,000 yen. And this is what's known as your motokin. So your savings part of it, or your equity part of your payment, would be 3.5 mon. Your interest part would be 6,000 yen a month. And your management fees and your repair fees for the building are calculated at 130 or each month Sanzen yen. So yeah, this really works as a place that you can live. If you're a person that's living in the Tokyo market, this is how you can jump in. So if you're a person living in Tokyo right now who wants to jump into the Tokyo real estate market, this is definitely a bottom end unit in a top location, and this is where you want to jump in. And your payments are very affordable. And keep in mind, if you are working in Tokyo, okay, and you do get the loan, after you get the loan, you have a lot of options. You could rent it out and go back to your country, and then come back after. Lots of options that once you get the financing, you can you have a lot more. You do have the obligation of making that payment the rest of your life. But I think in some ways that you have more options. So again, my proposal in this video is, instead of getting that dream house, why don't you come into Shibuya and get this smaller unit in this in an apartment like this in Nanpei-dai, and then become a cash flow investor and an owner, and get the numbers on your side, whether you're working in Japan or you're wanting to invest in something in Japan. The Tokyo real estate market is, you can see through this map right there that there's like $5 million apartments here. And what is this? 97 meters. Okay, so it's 5 million. This is 16 meters. So this one here right there is basically it's probably like 1/7 the size of that, right? But that's not 7 times the price. 7 times the price, that would bring you to something like this, around 900,000. That one that we looked at, well, that's 1.7 million. This one here, I believe, was one that was for 94. Yeah, Kyusen Yonhyakuman. So this is a screaming deal right here. This one, out of all the things I've looked at here, it's positioned in relative to future development, relative to the station, and relative to all the other units around it, is the best. Here's one in Ohashi. It was an interesting one here as well that I looked at earlier. And this one is the same sort of price, but 20 meters. But I think that this location is stronger. But maybe you prefer like to have a little bit bigger. And you know that the cross tower is right here. And you're going to have no problem ever renting this kind of apartment. No problem at all. Anyway, we have another video here by me, the Tokyo Real Estate Man. And I invite people who watch this channel to follow the channel, but also you can come and follow the Instagram. And if you have any questions for any real estate, or you'd like to contract me to be your real estate consulting and to work with my partner Nakamura in Tokyo, you can always DM me here at Shibuya Republic, the Tokyo Real Estate Man Instagram. Anyway, thank you for watching another video. Arigatou gozaimasu. すいません、終わりです。